Hello and welcome to the latest instalment of City Slickers, the magazine show dedicated to the fortunes of Lincoln City. I'm here at the Shed pub overlooking the Brayford and I'm joined by the Echo's Imps writer Leigh Curtis. Now we had hoped to start this week's show by talking about a great week on the pitch for the Imps where they had picked up 2 wins and the appointment of new assistant manager Iffy Onoura. But all that has been completely overshadowed with the news that manager Peter Jackson has been diagnosed with throat cancer. The Imps boss addressed the media yesterday and here's what he had to say.
Hospital on numerous occasions over the last 3 months, so I will have to go under a series of lengthy treatment in the month of March. So basically, it was a big appointment for me in terms, obviously, I will be having radiation treatment for my throat. So, like I say, I won't be off for 1 month, with maybe 2 to 3 weeks recovery after that. So it was a big appointment for me. And obviously, I've announced today, obviously, in the next 2 weeks I start my radiation treatment, so I'll be leaving the running to Iffy and Graham when I'm away. Obviously I need treatment, first and foremost, which I'm undergoing. Obviously Iffy knew about it when I told him, so he knew he's taking a bigger role than he thought coming in to fully understand the situation that I'm in. So obviously disappointing, but the most important thing for Peter Jackson now is his health, and obviously football for the time being will take a back seat in a couple of weeks, simply to get myself right.
Leigh, the news that Peter's got throat cancer, it's really put everything into perspective, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's dreadful news really. I think he stunned everybody yesterday when he spoke about how he's battling the disease. Certainly football takes a back seat in instances like this, and everyone wishes him a speedy recovery.
Absolutely. Now, but if anyone can deal with something like this, it's Jacko, because of the kind of character he is.
A fantastic character, and if he can show the same sort of qualities that his side have done in the past few games, then he'll come through it no problem at all. A fantastic guy. The job that he's done has been absolutely superb. He came in November, the team was second from bottom in the table, and he's done a wonderful job in guiding them out of the relegation zone, and they sit 12 points from safety. And Graham Taylor put it perfectly when he said that he used to be family first, football second, except on match days. But now in Peter's case, it's got to be family first every day.
Now what's going to happen over the next few weeks? Peter's going to be in the dugout for the next couple of games, and he's going to have the month of March off, isn't he? Yeah,
he spoke about yesterday. He's got to undergo radiotherapy for the cancer. Obviously that means I don't think he spoke about the side effects not being extremely pleasant, and I don't think it would be right for him to have the pressure of coming to work and obviously going under such extensive treatment. He'll be away for a month, obviously, and if he's going to take over. But everyone, I would like to see Jacko back fully fit and healthy, and however long that takes really. And
Iffy Onoura is going to be in charge for that month. A good appointment?
Yeah, fine appointment. Yeah, I think Iffy's very experienced. He's a good player in his time. Scored a lot of goals. He's got his coaching badges, he's a bright lad, and I spoke to him briefly after the game on Tuesday against Accrington, where obviously he watched the game. Very impressed by the team, and obviously after what Neil's come and Neil's brought his own ideas, Neil McDonald, and if he's going to bring some fresh ideas to the table as well. So hopefully we'll see a mishmash of the pair, and hopefully we'll see how they get on.
Now I remember if as a player, he could certainly look after himself, couldn't he?
Yeah, he's a big lad. I wouldn't like to argue with him. That's for sure. But a very, very nice person to speak to. Very welcoming, and hopefully, I'm intrigued to see how he's going to work with the players.
The Imps will be looking to make it 5 wins in a row when they take on Macclesfied at Sincil Bank on Saturday. And ahead of the game, we spoke to Forrester and Marriott.
What was the motivating factor behind your performance against Shrewsbury, which was absolutely fantastic?
I think it's just a case of just going there and throwing caution to the wind, really. I've just looked at the bigger picture and thought to myself, right, you need to get another contract. At the end of the day, you're not playing the greatest football in the world the way you've been playing, so just go out there and try something different. Various people to do, why don't you go back to playing how you used to play and just throw caution to the wind and go for it without being ridiculously silly and doing rash things. So I've just gone and just tried to enjoy my football, which I've probably not really done recently over the last sort of 6 to 8 months.
I imagine you can play with a bit more freedom and play a bit more relaxed now.
Yeah, I mean, sort of everyone's going into games now a bit more relaxed on the back of the wins that we've had. Although the football's not been pretty, and we know we can play a hell of a lot better, which is probably frustrating when you win 3-0 away from home. but we know that it's going to be a tough game for us really when we play Macclesfied and they give us a hell of a game, and they're down there scrapping for it, so we're under no illusions how difficult it will be a game for us. As our home form's not been particularly great throughout the season, so it's vitally important that we sort of keep our head and make sure we don't get beat to try and extend the run.
Danny and Leigh in front of you, who have formed actually a very good partnership.
Yeah, I mean, the understanding that them two have got with each other is fantastic. Not taking away from the full-backs who've been tremendous as well, so as a back line we've been really solid, and I think everyone really gets on really well with each other. I'm not saying they didn't with Nat Brown in the team, but it's just a good understanding of where people's strengths and weaknesses are. And the way that both played, one's had a fantastic game, the other's been good, and vice versa. So I mean, they've had a good steady run together, which I mean helps everyone, including myself.
Jamie, going back to Tuesday night, it wasn't the greatest performance, but what a fantastic result.
Yeah, 4 out of 4. We're on a bit of a roll now. Things are sort of slightly going our way. We're grinding results out more. I mean, it wasn't pretty. The pitch wasn't great at Accrington, but we did what we had to do. Obviously, an early goal, helped us out on the night, and it looked to come to win in the end, really.
It's been a fantastic run, hasn't it, really? I mean, sort of all doom and gloom after the Mansfield game, losing 2-1, and then you've bounced back with 4 wins, which is fantastic. Yeah,
I mean, you look at that, and if we'd have won that game, I think that'd have been 6 out of 6. So maybe that sort of result spurred us on, really. I mean, it was a disappointing result, but that's forgotten now.
Because it was actually quite. I mean, the place was just full of doom and gloom after that game, wasn't it? Do you think that was a springboard?
Well, after the game, I mean, heads were quite low. I mean, the manner in which we lost was devastating, really. But we sort of had a bit of a chat, and we said, look, we've got to be strong from now on, because we were in a little bit of trouble, and we've certainly come out and we've shown our character. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but the lads have really stuck together, really, and without performing too well, we've had a little bit of luck, which we've not had for most of the season, and we've took some chances.
Yeah, and 12 points clear of the drop zone now, and people are starting to talk about safety. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think you're safe yet?
Well, it's obviously nice to get the 4 wins, and we're obviously in a better position we were, sort of 4 or 5 weeks ago. But we're still looking over our shoulder. I mean, a few weeks ago, Macclesfield were in a similar position to us, and now the tables have turned, really. I mean, they're sort of where we were, and we're where they were. So we'd like another few wins, and obviously the sooner we get them, the better. But we're certainly happy where we are.
And the good thing about these results is that you're getting them against teams who are around you in the table, so you're clawing a lot of teams back into the relegation dogfight.
Yeah, I mean, the games we've had have been, they've all been big games, like the Macclesfield game, and I mean, we've gone above Accrington now, which is fantastic. And Saturday's going to be no different. I mean, if we can get another 3 points, sort of push Macclesfield further down there, and try and lift ourselves, another place or two up the table, that'd be fantastic.
What sort of game are you expecting against Macclesfield? Because arguably, I mean, they peppered you, didn't they, in a Tuesday night game, and you had 2 chances and took them.
Well, they played quite well on the night. They passed it, and for them, their downfall was giving the ball away in the final third twice for us to score. Yeah. So we're going to press high up the field like we do, and we're going to get about them. But we've got a lot of confidence, really. Although we didn't play well against them the other week, we know we can perform better, and if we do, then we're very confident we can get the points.
We'll be printing a big poster of Jacko in Saturday's Lincolnshire Echo, which you can purchase from the newsagents or the vendor outside the ground, and we want to see you holding that up during the game and as the players run out onto the pitch. Now, if you can't get to Saturday's game, you can join me for the Big Match Live, which you can access on sportsecho.co.uk. I'll be online from about 2:30.
And you can read all the analysis from Saturday's game in Monday's Echo, and I'll be in the Siren FM studios later on Monday afternoon with sports writer Mark Whiley, where we'll be reviewing all the action from the weekend.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers.